Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Q4 and FY22 Total Transport Systems Limited conference call. This conference call may contain forward-looking statements about the company, which are based on the beliefs, opinions, and expectations of the company as on date of this call. These statements are not the guarantees of future performance and involve risks and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then 0 on your touch-tone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Shrikant Nibande, Promoter and Chief Financial Officer from Total Transport Systems Limited. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I wish you all a very warm welcome to Total Transport Systems Limited's earnings conference call for the fourth quarter and the full year ended 31st March 2022. Along with me here, Mr. Makarand Pradhan, who is the Managing Director of the company, Mr. Kaushal Buch, he is the CEO of the company, Mr. Nitin Phadke, he is the Vice President Finance of the company, and Ms. Anushri Kore, she is the General Manager Accounts. They are with me on this on call. I would like to share a brief overview of our company before we get into business and financial performances. Total Transport established in 1994 in India in shipping and cargo market. Through the robust agency network of our partners worldwide, company has made a strong foothold in the logistics market, not only in the country but worldwide with associates. Total Transport specializes in logistics business, keeping a focus on our core business activity, namely consolidation of export cargoes, deconsolidation of import cargoes, full load containers, and air freight from India to various worldwide destinations. NVOCC operator, and the company is consolidated in shipping, rated among the top customers of almost all leading shipping lines operating in the region. The reputation has ensured the company's competitive rates and space with major liners for the consolidated shipments on a regular basis. The company specializes in the business of air freight, full load containers, LCLs, forwarding both exports and imports. TTSL has a sizable market share in India, mainly in the LCL segment, and the company is one of the market leaders in cargo consolidation. In addition to such services, Total continues to focus on timely delivery, diversification of its service portfolio like end-to-end services offered to the various customers, sustained long-term relationship with the clients, and the extending value-added services over and above in all the logistics chain. The company is equipped with a multimodal transport operator issued by the Government of India and also registered with the Federal Maritime Commission FMC license in United States of America. This license helps the company to scale up the business to the new heights and the various geographies of the worldwide. These efforts have enabled the company to win big running contracts as well as garner in the industry as among the best groupage traffic in India. Moreover, the company is well positioned to leverage the changing trends in the logistic industry. It represents the world's 5th largest consolidated network, namely iCargo Alliance, having 166 offices in 89 countries. The company has entered into a joint venture agreement with CDR Hong Kong E-commerce Company Limited to form a joint venture entity called CDR India E-commerce Platform Private Limited to gain access to the worldwide global supply chain activity of CDR locally in India. All these services provided by the Total Transport Group help the company to scale new heights of success. This is enabled by specializing scale tech, local insights, and the experience of its devoted management team. The company has two 100% subsidiaries, namely CP World Logistics India Private Limited and One World Logistics Private Limited. CP World Logistics is engaged in mainly full load containers and offered one window logistics solutions to worldwide partners. One World Logistics has entered into unique business of last mile delivery since past 4 years. We have carved out the subsidiary, which is 91% held by the Total Transport Systems Limited, doing the robust network and having the geographical reach across India. The company has built sustainable and growing logistics business. We mainly do the last mile delivery business with the e-commerce companies like Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, Jio, Tata Click, and adding up more and more small e-commerce companies also. Since October 28th, the company has started this business and has a substantial growth now, having last mile delivery business, rural mile delivery stations in tier 2, tier 3 cities, rural B2B services, plus we are doing now the first mile services for Amazon and Flipkart. We are delighted to inform you that we have achieved a turnover of nearly 53.50 crores in last financial year. And every day we are getting some incremental inquiries and some more business tie-ups with the new and more famous brands. We are very hopeful and expect very significantly top-line growth coming in from this business. The company's wide reach and superior logistics capabilities helps it provides end-to-end services. Such expertise and superior quality of services has led to increased confidence of its marquee clients. Now, turning to our financial performance, fourth quarter for financial year 2022, we reported rupees 172.26 crores revenue during fourth quarter of financial year 22, a 79.51% increase on year-on-year basis. Our EBITDA margin for the quarter stands at rupees 3.97 crores, increasing 42.18% year-on-year. EBITDA margin is 2.31% as compared to 2.91% in last quarter 4 in 2021. Our net profit during this quarter is 1.7 crore as against 1.16 crore in the fourth quarter of the financial year 21. Net profit margin stood at 0.99%. EPS for this quarter is 1.21%. For the full year, financial year 2022, consolidated, we reported 583.23 crores in revenue during financial year 2022, or 85.22% year-on-year rise. Our EBITDA has for the period stands at rupees 16.42 crores, increasing 448.20% increase year-on-year. EBITDA margin is 2.81, an improvement of 186 BPS. Our net profit during this full year is rupees 9.08 crores as against a loss of 1.13 crores in financial year 21. Net profit margin stood at 156% increase, up by 192 BPS. EPS for this period is 6.38. This is all from our side. Now we are open to take any questions from any investor, any shareholders who wish to ask us about. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Please press star and 1 on your touch-tone phone to ask questions. The first question is from the line of Mr. Rohan Mehta, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Good morning, sir, and thank you for the opportunity. Sir, I had a few questions. We see that there is an increase in our FCL business. So if you could just shed some light on how that is happening, especially with the prices that are going up, how FCL business is growing, and what plans do we have, and what benefits are we getting there? If you could just throw some light on that.
Yes. Hi, this is Bakran Pradhan. You have mentioned about the FCL trade increase and what are we participating on.
Right, sir.
We have definite plans to increase our FCL business. Our budget is to double up our volumes this year for the FCL. If not in actual terms by the volume of containers, but looking into areas where the turnover can be increased. At the same time, the profit margins are high. And those areas are shipments into CIS, South America, and Africa. So we have a very definite plan, and we have been working on this for the last 2-3 years, and we have attained certain amount of success on this, and we are very, very confident that we should be able to do what we have committed.
Okay. Got it, sir. Got it. That's great to hear. Sir, and CP World, I believe, is a fully owned subsidiary of Total Transport, right? So what percent of revenue comes in from CP World in our total revenue?
See, the brand CP World that we are carrying is for getting business from the CP World network.
Right.
Most of the turnover that we do is in Total Transport, though we have to keep this CP World alive to be into this business. 3.5% of the revenue is from CP World. That is what we are doing. But this is very, very marginal compared to the business that we get, which we are doing currently in Total Transport.
Okay. Got it. And sir, in terms of the One World Logistics Abhilay model, any sort of what are your future plans with that model? I mean, what kind of contributions to the revenue is it likely to bring? And till when can we see it adding to the profits overall to the business?
This One World Abhilaya model, now last our 4-year journey, we started just from the turnover of 2.3 crores, now has reached to 53.50 crores in 4 years. So the further journey, what we have planned is to enter into first mile segment with Amazon and Flipkart. That is pure transportation, but we are going to do it for themselves, for them, from their FBAs to various locations. Subsequently, this will help us to start our 3PL logistics service. That we will be hiring, taking warehouses at various locations in India and offer these 3PL logistics to not only Amazon, Flipkart, wherever they wish to, but our main focus is to offer same to small e-commerce platform companies. We are already working for companies here, Delight and pharma companies. So that is what our plan is to. Hopefully, by the current financial year, we have plans to be will come out of the losses, and we should be able to post a profit on the PBT level this year.
Okay. Got it, sir. And just one last question I had. Speaking of last mile deliveries, is it managed by the same team, or do we have a dedicated team for it? And how would we typically sort of target a potential partner or tie up with a potential partner?
Last mile delivery, which runs under the brand One World Logistics, we have this total separate team. We have one CEO there and a core management team of almost 40 plus people. We have delivery associates of more than 2,300 delivery associates having presence in 14 states in India and plan to expand further in various locations. We are tied up with one good software company, which their software we are using for this entire operation, and which has resulted a very good support for to have a control on all the locations with the productivity level reports on a daily basis. So this is the team and the core team as well as backend team do the continuous follow-up and keep the control on the all locations with the delivery and all the reports we get on an everyday basis. That's how the whole control system what we do.
Thank you. Okay, sir. Okay. And how many of the HC would be owned by the company versus rented?
Sorry, how many?
How many SPs would be owned by the company versus rented?
No, we don't do anything. We are just rented a few FBs, and depends on the requirement of Amazon Flipkart. We open up on various warehouses at the locations they wish to start the operation.
All right. And just one last question, sir. If you can give a ballpark guidance for the next year in terms of top line and profit margins.
For a total transport or the one?
Yes,
one
yes, for total transport, sir. The entire.
Looking at the current market scenario with the high freight level still going on and the shortage of equipment at various places in the world, we look for a close to around 670 to 690 crores turnover we should be achieving by next financial year. And the bottom line should be we wish to maintain the same at the current level.
In terms of PAT percentage, margin
yes.
percentage?
Yes. Maybe probably a little high also.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder, ladies and gentlemen, who wishes to ask question, press star and 1 on your touchtone phone. The next question is from the line of Aniket Redkar, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So I have a couple of questions. Most of the questions are basically related to the financial. So as you can see, there is an increase in revenue by 79% YOY. So what was the main reason for it? I mean,
this last year particularly we handled one of the shipments of from one of our agents from the Argentina, which was more than 5,000 tons of cargo, which we moved up to from Mundra port as well as Navasha port. These are full load containers we handle. And since there was scarcity of the equipment, we could be able to sell it on the little higher rate and manage the equipment also. So this is the basically addition in our top line for the last financial year.
Okay. And sir, this year, the 60 lakh current investment we have. So what is that related to?
This we have invested in some of the mutual funds from the company. We have doing some SIPs from the company point of view. We have invested certain equities of blue chip companies. So this is all the investment has been done.
Okay. And sir, there is fixed assets also increased by 1.45 crores. So have we purchased any assets?
Yes, we have purchased some cars for the directors, and we have purchased trailers also for our movement of empty containers from location to our CFS. So these are the vehicles what we bought in the last financial year.
Okay. And sir, if you can see, YY EBITDA has increased, but the margin is, margin is declined by 60 bits. So what would be the reason for it?
This is mainly the increase in the rates was not limited to the line-up rates and all. The operation cost also has gone up and resulting in certain places reduction in the margin.
Okay.
But overall, our EBITDA margin is quite high compared to the last financial year.
Okay. And sir, in the balance sheet, as you can see, increase in short-term and the long-term borrowing, but the interest cost has reduced. I just want to understand.
Interest cost reduced mainly by two reasons. First of all, we had a quite tough negotiations with our present bankers, Axis Bank, and they with our performance and looking at our volumes, they have given us certain better interest rates compared to the earlier year. So that has been added thus less on the interest cost. Furthermore, we have a good improvement in the cash flow. So usage of the CC limit was not the 100%, or even we could reduce down to the less than 70% or something like that. So that also help us to reduce the interest component for the entire year.
Okay. And sir, what is our working capital cycle right now? As you can see, the trade payable has increased. So is that impacting our working capital cycle?
It is for our growth, but we are able to finance it. We have come down on the number of days of outstanding. What is our current against the previous one? Previous, I think, was 89. Today is about 76. So we have made certain amount of improvements on getting our money back. The other thing is the freight levels had gone up to a very large extent, which are now coming down. So we already have the money in the rolling, which we are able to utilize for our growth. We expect that the freight levels might go down a little bit in the coming quarter. So, yeah, that is what it is.
Okay. And sir, in the full year, if you can see as a percentage of sales, the total expenses has decreased 2%, but our revenues has increased. So, what kind of measures taken for this current year?
This operational cost did not increase, but overall other costs in the last year we could able to. There is a decrease in mainly because in the pandemic time office was closed for quite a long time, so people were working from home. So their conveyance, their attendance, office electricity bill was quite quite on the lower level. Furthermore, we didn't have the international travels and domestic travels also, and lesser cost of advertisement and other publicity has also been reduced because shipping papers was not much in in circulation. So it was an impact of overall all the 3-4 headings which has given us the reduction in the cost.
Okay. 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 And sir, one more last question. Who are our top 5 contributing clients?
Top 5. We have a company called Srinath Rotopack Private Limited, Dasher India Private Limited, Natchat Shipping Private Limited, Odyssey Logistics Limited. From Delhi, we have a CP World Lines Limited. We have JWR Logistics Limited. So these are 5.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Got it. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, a reminder, press star and 1 to ask a question. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1. As there are no further questions, I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Shrikant Nibande for closing comments.
I thank you, the entire team of TTSL, for their untiring efforts, hard work, and dedication, which drives the company forward through various market conditions and become a leader in the consolidation and freight forwarding industry. I appreciate all of you for participating in our conference call. Please do get in touch with for our investor relations team for any further questions or any doubts in your mind. Thank you very much and have a fantastic day ahead.
Thank you. On behalf of Total Transport Systems Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.